I had a lot of fun this whole camp. I took extra time to recover from my last fight, and man, I just got healthy. And this camp has just been fun, and this fight was fun, and I feel renewed again. I have that passion. I've always had the passion, but man, it ran deep this time.
There's names like the Cerrone's, Nate Diaz, Bobby Greens. You're just as much as a veteran. How are you able to not only turn away these young guns coming at you, but also keep it fun, keep it light?
Um, it's something that the reason why I haven't retired yet is because I do love it. You know what I mean? It's not the money, it's not the fame. It's cool. I like that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but it's the being able to compete and still do this and get this feeling like I do right now. I'm gonna miss it when I'm gone. So I want to be one of those guys that I want to finish my career and said, man, I did everything I wanted to do. I'm not coming back. I don't want to be a guy that retires and comes back and retires and comes back. When I'm done, I'm done, and I'm gonna do it on my own terms, and it's gonna be awesome.
That'll be great. I wish you much luck on that, as much as success in the cage as outside of it.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. You still have some tricks up your sleeve. You were able to make it a Darren Elkins fight. Without giving away too much of those tricks, how were you able to do that? Because DJ started off good,
Yeah.
then it did not end well.
Well, the big thing is the footwork and timing we're trying to get down. And it made it easier, right? Instead of just shooting those takedowns. And, I worked a lot with Joey on my footwork and, Danny Castile with my entries and my takedowns. And, man, when those worked exactly the way we want them to work. I mean, that first takedown was an easy takedown. I shot in, got real deep, got him down, and once I get somebody down, I'm a grinder. I'll start wearing on you, and I'll start taking your soul little bit by little bit. And I felt like that's what happened in this fight. He's tough. He's an athletic kid, but I drug him into deep waters and I drowned him. I mean, that's what I do. That's what I'm known to do. So it was just one of those fights. It's like, man, this is the Darren Elkins of old right here.
It was a Darren Elkins show. I wouldn't mind Deep Water being your nickname because you for sure can drag guys and just drown them.
Yes.
But, they'll say, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I saw some new stuff with you. You did some flips into side control. Like, man, you were really just like firing on all cylinders there.
Yeah, my body's been feeling great, and I scrambled well. He got on top of me a few times on a couple of these reversals, and he kind of had me in a couple positions that he could have really done really good on, but he had my back, and I rolled off of it and ended up on top. He went for a couple of guillotines. I rolled all of that and came up on top, and I was just scrambling really well. I felt like I was just a step ahead of him in every scramble.
You're a step ahead of me. You beat me to my next question.
Yes.
Were you in danger at all? Because we did see you in a couple tight spots.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I was in danger. It was like if he would have settled in, maybe I could have been endangered. Like, I never felt endangered, but a few times I'm like, I got hurt up and scramble, can't stop moving type of position. Because if I felt like he would have held me down maybe for a second or two more, he could have really been in a good position.
We saw you in some great positions and were able to talk to me through that finish, because you got that late sub, but it's not like something that just kind of happened by mistake. Like, you set that up.
Yeah, going into the third round, me and my coach Chris Holdsworth told me this is the round. We're gonna finish this rear naked choke this round. That's my go-to body triangles with a rear naked choke. If you get tired, you give me your back. I'm going to finish that rear naked choke. I work that move in sparring. I work that move everywhere. That's something I'm known for. You don't know how tight my body triangle is until you get involved, until you get locked up in there. So, we felt like he was wearing down. He had one really hard scramble in the third. He got on top of me. I had to roll out a few things. And then when I put my legs in, I'm like, this is the time. And then I got the body triangle. I was like, all right, now settle in and let's finish this.
That was awesome. 4 wins in the last 6 bouts. How soon do we see you come back? You're not the type to call out names, but can we call out years? Are we coming back in December?
I'm not coming out in December. I mean, I think just like this one, I think maybe if I take a little bit more time and let my body recover, I don't have to fight like I used to every 3 times a year. I'm not the young guy anymore. A couple times a year is great. Maybe March. I'm thinking maybe March. That'd be a good time for it. Give me a little time to enjoy the holidays, and let's get back in here in March. As far as names, I'm not going to call anybody out. I can tell you right now, I haven't even looked at any of my Instagram, my Twitter, or social media, but those guys are chomping at the bit. They look at me and they go, oh, yeah, I want Elkins next. And they do until they don't, you know.
Right on, man. Well, I can't wait. Enjoy the holidays. Congrats on another big win.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You said you felt renewed in there. When you say renewed, was that because of the training coming into it? Was it that little bit of time off before you fought in there? What was the difference that make you feel renewed?
I thought it was definitely the time off. Just let my body heal is a big thing too, right? Like I was struggling through injuries and pain and all that stuff, and just strengthening everything up. Learning new tricks too, like we talked about, and just having fun again too, right? Like instead of like fighting through everything, just keep on going and keep on grinding. If I need extra time to heal up, I took it this camp. I didn't rush things. I didn't just try to grind as hard as I needed to. I'm a veteran and I know how to do a lot of things, but I'm so stubborn. I'll push through everything, and I'm that tough that I really listen to my coaches, my strength and conditioning coaches too, Amadeo, and we said, okay, if we need extra time, if your body's wearing down, we're gonna take an extra day off. We're gonna make sure you come in healthy, and that was the game plan for this fight: is stay healthy. Don't come in there with injuries. Take our time, get healthy, fight great.
That being said, you've never been one to turn down short notice fights as well, though. So, I mean, knowing that you did do so well with the time off, if a short notice fight did pop up, or say within the next 4 or 5 months, are you more likely to turn that down, to wait till, maybe something a little bit later on?
It's got to be interesting for me, right? Let's see some names. I'm not going to just do it just to do it. If it's like one of those like, ooh, like I'm in the game now to have these exciting, fun fights. Like I love this. I mean, that's one thing that I'm known for is these exciting, crazy, scrambly, bloody fights. And if it's one like that, then that can attract me to it, then maybe I will. But it's got to be something that attracts me.
And that kind of answers my last question. You talked about there's certain things you want to happen before you do want to retire. Is that just a matter of opponents? Is it cities you want to travel to and maybe fight to? Or like what sort of things are you hoping to check mark off your list before that time does come?
I like fighting in Vegas. I'm going to try to fight in Vegas as much as I can. I've traveled a lot in my career, but these short flights from Sacramento to here is nice. If I want to travel somewhere around the world, I can go with my family. I'll pay for it. So it's nice to fight closer to home, same time schedule. I just want to keep trying to up my records in the featherweight division. Right, I got quite a few records. I'm tied for the most fights in the featherweight division. I got the most takedowns in the featherweight division, the most top time, the most submission attempts. I just want to up those. Records are meant to be broken, but I want to stamp my name in those record books as long as I can until somebody breaks them.
Maybe most blood.
Oh, definitely. Most stitches. You got to put less stitches. I don't think anybody's close to me in stitches. I mean, that's a record that might not be broken.
That's true. I mean, and I guess last when you talked about Vegas, you like fighting in Vegas. You fought in the Apex. It's easy to hear your coaches. It's easy to hear things going on. Is it just as special fighting here as to T-Mobile, or would you rather, if you're coming to Vegas, to get into the T-Mobile?
It's tough, I love the fans, and I like fighting in front of the fans, but man, do I love this small cage and fighting at the Apex, hearing my coaches, and like this fight, I heard everything my coach was saying, and I did everything to a T, and the small cage, we get to the cage, we can start grappling from there. That's perfect for my style. I have a good record here at the Apex. I'm like 4-1 or something like that. So it's a good place for me. I don't mind fighting at the Apex. I know some people do, but I'll fight at the Apex all day long if they make me.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you. We good? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.